Approval of agenda. Anybody have anything they want to discuss on the agenda on the commission? Okay, it is an action item. Anybody in the general public have anything to say about the agenda? Seeing none, I'll bring it back to the commission. But before we go there, there's some very special people walking out, and I appreciate you showing up today. I really do. Thank you. Okay. Anybody got a motion on the agenda?
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
Have a motion, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed unanimous. We'll move on to agenda item number 18, member items and announcements. Any members have anything? Commissioner McNinch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and nothing like getting slapped back right into reality here. So I just wanted to update the board that the Incline Village General Improvement District, since our last couple of meetings, they haven't had a meeting to address the solid waste issues they're working on. If you remember, we talked about the franchise agreement being reconsidered. This would involve the potential implementation of wildlife-resistant containers, so solid waste management up in the Tahoe area, and see if we can reduce some of those conflicts due to garbage being out and providing food for these urban interface bears. And there will be a meeting on June 25th. I do intend to be there for it, and I will continue to testify per the direction of this board in support of them moving forward with that. So glad to be there to do that, and don't know which way it's going to go, but I think that there's some cautious optimism that maybe something will happen, and maybe we'll get something in place that might help out. So, and the second thing is that, and I've tried to keep myself a little bit removed from it. So Tony, I might have to ask you to help, or somebody from Patrick maybe, with regards to the solid waste grant that in coordination with the Department of Wildlife. You guys are really going to have to help me. Somebody is, I'm not sure. Anyway, it was roughly $25,000 that's going to go towards that'll provide an opportunity for the department to put together a video, a kind of an educational video on the importance of managing trash up in that basin, and so that we don't end up with some of the same issues that we've had in the past. So that outreach to the community that I think the department has been trying to establish is with the request going in for additional general funding, general fund transfer, and with this grants providing some opportunities that haven't been there in the past, and hopefully we're going to get somebody on the ground to distribute some of that information, and I think we got some positive things happening up there. So maybe we can report on it a little bit more later, but that's all I had.
Commissioner Macbeth.
I realize that in my comments I failed to say something about Commissioner Lane, and so I want to go ahead and thank Commissioner Lane for coming on to this commission. I remember when she was appointed, and she indicated that she didn't really know she wanted to do this, and we had to do some arm twisting, and I do want to thank her. She's really probably in some of the toughest positions of any of the commissioners on this commission, and so I do want to acknowledge her and thank her for coming on, and I've enjoyed serving with her. When people first commented about her, Humane Society, but actually I've worked with her for a couple of years while at the County Advisory Board meetings, and I knew she had an absolutely level head, and I had absolutely no problems with her, being appointed to the commission. And so anyway, I just want to make sure I didn't intentionally fail to leave you out of my comments. So thank you, Commissioner Lane.
Any other member items? All right, seeing none, we'll close that agenda item and move on to agenda item number 19, County Advisory Boards. Do you have anything to bring forward that is not on today's agenda? Gil?
For the record, Gil Yana, Carson Advisory Board. Our board would like to really thank Mike and Jack for their outstanding contributions. I know Jack and I got started off on a rocky start because we didn't all work together between Carson and Douglas and Washoe, and as a result of that, we really got together and started a group that is working together, and I kind of learned from that experience. But honestly, guys, you've done a tremendous amount for the department and for the sportsmen and for wildlife in the state, and everybody really appreciates your efforts. I'd also like to thank Commissioner Drew for attending our meeting last week. I think his presence was most appreciated, and the contribution of some information that we'd all been looking for a long time was forthcoming, and it made sense to everybody. And we appreciate it when the commissioners take their time and come down to the cabs and kind of do a one-on-one with us, and we get to know them better, and we get some straight talk, and we get the answers we've been looking for. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank all of you, and Commissioner Lane too. I didn't want to leave out the women on the board. Thank you.
Any other county advisory boards have anything? Commissioner Drew?
I have one, and I think it's a correspondence that probably the whole group got, but maybe a note to Director Wasley, and I've got it for later too, but Lyon County wanted to remind us that they were interested in having a conversation in the controlled goose zone in Mason Valley and talking about that at the August meeting. So I know they're not able to be here today, so just wanted to bring it up at this time.
Okay, any other county advisory boards? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 20, 2014 Heritage Project update.